15 Rust tips and tricks that every player needs to know. From the insane way to hide your sleeping bag inside the ceiling, so even cheaters can find it, to new ways to surprise your enemies, and how to steal loot from the vending machine bunker. I guarantee you won't know all of this, so make sure to hit that like button below, subscribe to the channel and enjoy the video. By changing just one setting in the game's options, you can see through the ceiling of the supermarket. As you can see, there's a naked on the roof. If you go down and look at the ceiling, you will see squares of broken glass. I'm sure you haven't even paid attention to it before. Now press escape, go to graphic settings and change the object quality to 0. As you can see, the glass texture is now transparent, which will give you a huge advantage over other players, because you'll be able to see through the ceiling. From the outside, it may look like a normal high foundation, but it's not, because inside there is a hidden sleeping bag that cannot be broken or even seen. To hide your sleeping bag, you need to build a triangle foundation with a half wall and add 3 ceilings above it. Next, build another triangle in front of the first one, but make it higher. Jump on this foundation. As you can see, I can adjust the height at which I place the sleeping bag, so I can fit it completely into the ceiling. Just like this. From the outside, this sleeping bag will not be visible from the top or bottom, so it will be impossible to break it. And even if you upgrade the ceiling, you'll only see it for a second before it disappears. So using this method, you can build a seemingly normal base by adding foundations and walls from above and expanding it. These triangles will serve as an airlock with a hidden sleeping bag underneath. The only downside is that you can't build a doorway in the middle, but that can be easily fixed by building wall frames here. Also, let's check if the sleeping bag works, so you don't have any questions. As you can see, it works perfectly. Write in the comments below how you would use this sleeping bag. I'm really interested to see what you can come up with. If you want to make cargo protection a little easier, you can use some ladders. As you know, you can get into the ship either from above or from below using these doors. And to keep yourself at least a little bit safe, you can close all the passageways from below. All you need to do is climb out using the ladder at the bottom, close the door and attach your ladder to the top. Now your ladder will block the entrance, making it impossible to get in until your enemy breaks the ladder. Next, all you need to do is block the other entrances, and you'll be completely secure from below. Glass windows have a feature that many players don't know about. As you know, once you've blown a door, whether it's a rocket, C4 or explosive ammo, you can't put the door back in place because of this block that blocking the passage. However, if you build a window and put a glass window in it, your base will be much harder to raid. Because after the explosion, no block will appear in place of the window, and you can immediately put a new window in place. You can repeat this an infinite number of times until you get the foundation broken or the window itself. And here is the worst bug I've ever seen. This is no longer a trick, so if you try to repeat it, you may get banned, so be careful. All you need for this bug is to find a train and ask a teammate to drive it. Next, open the console and type this command here. I'll leave it in the comments below, so you can just copy it. This bind will change the settings to max. Take a screenshot and reset all settings back, causing you to freeze for a few seconds. The next step is to get on the train, choose a minimum speed and ask your teammate to stand on the train to keep that speed up. Next, jump off the train, turn around, jump and press F9. You'll be frozen in mid-air for a few seconds, and then you'll find yourself on the ladder inside the train textures. Or you may be unlucky and get hit by a train, in which case you'll have to do it again. But once you're inside the textures, no one will be able to damage you, and you won't be visible from the outside. But you can easily damage other players from here, and even loot them if they climb on the train. And once you get tired of doing that, you can easily exit the texture from either side of the train. However, you better not get caught by the admin, or you will be banned instantly. Never push a motorcycle, bicycle or other vehicle at players in the safe zone, or it will end badly for you. You can break turrets not only with explosives, grenades or spears, but also with molotovs. It only takes 5 or 6 molotov cocktails to break the turret, and at some point, the turret can become malfunctioning and stop firing. You can take advantage of this and break it with spears. As you can see, in my case, it only took me 5 molotovs to break this turret, and it didn't fire a single shot at me. And if you want to use the turret for other tasks, you can use it on your shooting floor, but not for extra protection. If you load any weapon into this turret and add ammo, you can instantly reload it without wasting precious time. For example, you fired a couple shots with a sniper rifle, and instead of spending 6 seconds to reload, you can do it in just 3 seconds with a turret. A very simple yet useful trick. A vending machine bunker can be found on almost every clan roof. And did you know that you can easily steal loot from it without having access to the TC, using just a bicycle? I know, it sounds crazy, but this trick will definitely blow your mind. All you have to do is just ride your bike between the vending machine and the wall, and you can open it without spending any explosives or having access to the TC. But the big question is how to get this bike to the roof. All you need for this is a scrap heli, a ramp to jump your bike into the heli, the bike itself, and a teammate to drive it. If you try to do it alone, you're going to have a big problem, which I'm about to show you. First of all, the bike can easily fall outside, because if no one is sitting on this bike, it breaks down all the game physics. And even if you manage to land the copter with the bike on the roof, the physics of the game will still break, and your copter will slowly but surely disappear into the atmosphere. So, if you want to steal loot from your enemy's vending machines, make sure you bring a teammate with you. You can fish right in the bandit camp in complete safety. Of course, you won't be able to catch a shark here, but you can still get some scrap by trading this fish in the fishing village. However, you'll still have to pay 20 scrap for delivery. To avoid this, it's more profitable to fish directly in the fishing village, and then trade this fish for scrap in the vending machine. You can outrun other players at the beginning of a new wipe, using Waterwell NPC. The unmarked Waterwell monument has a food and tea box, food spawn, an NPC that sells a bunch of high-value items for scrap, including tools, guns and meds. For only 20 scrap, you can get 2 syringers, which is really good deal. Since the last update, the developers have added an option to upgrade high wooden walls if you have a research. The same goes for gates, only you'll need some gears to upgrade them. A very useful update that will make building much easier. And with this bind, you can make the game more convenient. I'll leave this comment in the comments below, so you can just copy it. Now, when you press one button, you can change your hands from left to right, which will help you if you are picking from the corner, for example, to give you a better view. If you've built a large farm and you need to find a good gems quickly, instead of planting each seed one at a time, hold Shift and left click to plant all the seed at once. This will help you speed up the process and save you time. And finally, the last tip. There are a lot of things that you can do to improve your experience in Rust. Whether it's a new building mechanic, a survival trick, or even a simple quality of life hack,